I am very excited about our next guest. Doron Kempel, he's the founder and CEO of Our Bond, Inc. This technology is going to be saving lives. I'm very certain about it. Their ticker symbol is OBAI. And this is a new step using AI to help people, I want to say women, but people, be safe and secure. Welcome back to the show, Doron. Great to see you.
Hey, Mary. Hey, Cassidy. Thank you for having me. Finally, you've taken it over.
Women are taking over. That is right. And you know what? I want to tell you, Doron, I just was talking to my daughter about you because the other night she was leaving work late and she called me and she said, hey, can you just stay on the phone with me because I got to lock up and go to the parking lot and it's dark. And I thought, there is an app for this. And I know the guy that we need to get. So talk to me, Doron, about just give a good overview of what Our Bond Inc. does and how it can start helping people be safe.
Terrific. So thank you for having me. Let's start with a problem. Understanding the problem in its nuanced fashion gives us a sense about the solution. So what's the problem? All of us, the people whom we love at home, people who are employees, our students, residents of our cities, our customers, all of them across the genders and across the age groups. Unfortunately, risks don't distribute themselves evenly across all these demographics, but all of them routinely find themselves in situations that make them feel uncomfortable and sometimes unsafe. One of those situations, as you've suggested, Mary, is walking alone at night. 40% of Americans, 45% of women, and as you said, it's not only women, 35% of men say that they don't feel safe walking alone at night. Let's look at what the problem is. Let's assume that we all have a daughter. Let's assume their name is Lisa. Lisa comes out of the office building where she works, say in Manhattan or in San Francisco, LA, doesn't really matter, at 6 p.m. As she leaves the building, she's coming out of a protected space into a space that is not protected in her mind. She has a 5-minute walk to where she parked her car or to the subway. Maybe she walks home. She's not going to walk 5 minutes that are uncomfortable for her. She's going to be somewhere between the uncomfortable and unsafe. But it starts with the fact that this is not a 911 emergency. Too early to dial 911. This is one side of the equation. This is a peace of mind problem. We're going to get back to that. Now Lisa is in the parking garage. She's walking towards her car. She notices that the wrong person is approaching. When she notices him, how far away is he? Typically about 2 cars away. That's 30 feet. It takes a man 2 seconds to cross 30 feet running. In 2 seconds, nobody completes a 911 call. In other words, the pattern that I just described, the recurrent pattern, starts with it being too early to dial 911. And some of those situations, it's going to be too late to complete a 911 call. Nobody facing an assailant completes a 911 call. In other words, the reactive approach to security, where you think that you're going to dial 911, doesn't work. By the way, the magnitude of the problem, 140 million Americans say that they don't feel safe walking alone at night. If each one of them feels that way only once per week, that's 7.28 billion with a Bravo cases per year. Same thing when we're alone with strangers in a ride-sharing vehicle, as lone workers, salespeople, technicians, drivers, delivery people, home care nurses, real estate agents, all of us in ride-sharing vehicles, all of us receiving delivery, all of us caring for our children. If I may double click on that, all of us who are parents, we do what with our children when they're not under supervision? We put some security app, actually it's a consumer grade app.
Yeah. No, keep going. Sorry, I was interrupting you.
No, I'm just saying that with regard to our kids, we put some app on their phone that shows us on our phone where they are. I look at my phone, I see that my son is not where he's supposed to be. I call him, he doesn't answer. Now what? I'm 30 minutes away. Now what? If I dial 911, they're going to tell me, Mr. Kempel, relax. He's one of 10,000 kids who don't respond to their parents right now. If he doesn't come home, call us. In other words, the reactive approach to security doesn't work. Enter Bond. What we do is we onboard, and by the way, you said this will save lives. We've already saved lives in over 10,000 cases. We've handled close to 1.5 million service requests.
Wow.
All of our members, employees of the largest companies in the world, download this app on their phone, which gives them access to our 15 services. The most important services that you see here, these 7, are preventative security services. When Lisa comes out of a building, she can choose a preventative service. She doesn't need to be an emergency. We can look after her. We basically are personal security companion. If she clicks video monitoring.
This is Joyce. What is the situation?
Hey, Joyce, thank you for responding so quickly. I'm safe. I'm going to introduce you to Stacy and Mary. to Cassidy and Mary. You don't need to deter, just say hi, Mary. Is that okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, so good to see you. Thanks for tuning in so quickly, saving my life.
I'm safe. Can I disconnect?
So thank you for choosing Bond. We're here for you 24/7.
Good job disconnecting. In other words, our Lisa or our Ralph clicks the video monitoring button right here. Within 5 seconds, you get a witness on a recorded camera who's a bond agent. This is professional personal security, not consumer grade. This agent has access to all police stations across the United States, 6,000 911 centers, and in 28 countries, can guide you, can deter. Perpetrators don't want to see a witness on your camera, and our agents can speak with them. This is a new tier of preventive personal security that works, that's affordable, and that preserves privacy.
You know, Doron, I was just going to say, because when I was on the call with my daughter when she walked to the parking lot, I thought to myself, what am I going to do if something happens? I mean, you know, it made her, give her a little peace of mind. But what this app does, it just takes it another step further, because like you said, they can deter because they have things to say, right? Well, number one, also it can be recorded, right? So the actions can be recorded, and the voice on the other end has things to say back to a potential perpetrator, and they have the ability to dispatch 911 or emergency services, right? Am I correct in all of those things?
You touched all the right points. So first of all, everybody who's not on bond, if you have somebody on video with you, that's a very good thing to do, because the perpetrators are bad, but they're not irrational. They want to avoid cameras and they want to avoid witnesses. So by being in video, you make yourself a hardened target, so to speak. But if you have bond security agent with you, she or he can activate many more agents. When we reach out to the police, they know who we are, we speak their language, and they immediately help. And in addition, if we can't get you out of the situation, such as, Lisa, go back into the building, step into the CVS, lock yourself in the car, we'll tell her, Lisa, please stop, gently turn your phone screen towards the approaching stranger, let me speak with him. Now, just like you were able to see and hear the agent very clearly from my phone, our agent is now speaking with the approaching stranger, and the protocol is, sir, this is a live video recorded call. I am a security agent of the firm Bond. The gentleman or the lady feel uncomfortable, I'll handle, you don't need to help me, have a good evening. Yeah. This has already saved lives.
It's amazing.
But in order to do that properly, you need to be an agent that is trained, that is tested every week, and knows how to handle the situation.
Because I would only just curse the person out, and that probably won't work. Well, Doron, we're already out of time, and I know Cassidy had some questions, so we need you to come back, because this is very important what you're doing, and I, having 2 young daughters in college, really, really appreciate what you're doing. So come back and visit us. Doron Kempel, CEO and founder of Our Bond Inc., ticker symbol OBAI.